Hey, I want to thank you for joining us on this edition of Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey. And you know, it's getting to be about that time of year. And when I say that, close to Mother's Day. And if we talk of Mother's Day, got to talk Mayfaire by the Lake. And for 11 years, these ladies have been coming in, talking to me a little bit about it. It's Joy Williams and Leslie Norman, Mayfaire by the Lake. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, always good to see you. Always love when pal calls me and says, hey, can we get it in? Like, of course, yes. Should have it in my calendar that I should be calling you. But for 11 years, let's talk a little bit about Mayfaire by the Lake. What exactly is it?
Well, it's an art show, a fine arts art show around Lake Morton in Lakeland. And we bring in 150 artists from around the country to display their artwork. And you can shop for Mother's Day. There's also children's activities. It's just a lot of fun. Food trucks. It's a good weekend for everyone to come out. It's free for everybody.
When this event started, it started as something smaller, and it's grown into one of the most premier events in the Southeast. Talk a little bit about the prestige that comes with this and the artists being invited to this show.
Well, it's very competitive to get into the show, so that's a lot of fun for us to see. They have to apply to the show, and they go before a 5-panel jury, and the top scores from those jury members get invited to the show. So we see a lot of high-end artwork, and that makes it pretty prestigious. We also have been voted one of the top 200 best art shows in America, so we're very proud to boast that as well.
From the standpoint of coming out for the first time, because I know that, as I like to call people that come out to all the time, but for the people coming out the first time, what are some of the things that they will experience within the event?
First and foremost, parking. You need to know where to park.
We're going to get that right out of the way.
Very important. You can park at Florida Southern College, and we have golf carts called Mayfaire Shuttle to help break people down to avoid having to walk all the way down there. You can also park on the side street around Lake Morton. Once you get there, on our library lawn, we have the DJ music, a museum tent, and all sorts of merchandise that reflect our featured image of the year. Then we have our children's tent, and just go around the show, look at all the different artists, enjoy the food. Do not forget to go visit the museum.
Mm-hmm.
We have great exhibitions going on that you can visit.
Just a little break.
And to help patrons around the lake, we also have Mayfaire golf shuttle that take you around the lake. You don't have to walk the entire way. Hop on a golf cart shuttle. And ATA accessible golf carts as well. And so if someone has a wheelchair or walker or something, they can get on that golf cart with their family member who has their accessibility device, be able to enjoy the show as well.
Being part of PGTV, we've been blessed that we get invited to the Ashley Gibson Barnett Museum of Art, and we see what it holds. But we've got a lot of new people within the community. Talk a little bit about the Museum of Art now, and if they've never been there, inspire them to check it out. Maybe if they don't do it during this, but other times during the year.
Well, we're always changing our exhibitions, so there's always something fun to see. As we left today, they are changing out probably 3 of the galleries right now. So next week we'll have all new artwork. One of the galleries is something from our permanent collection, a lot of artwork that we've been holding, so that's fun to see when they bring it out. And in another gallery, we're showing some of the Lakeland Ledger's photographers' artwork throughout the years. So we're really excited to see, you know, where Lakeland's been and what the photographers there, because certainly their work is considered art too. So we're excited to see that. So
I would definitely love to check that out because
Yeah.
being in this gig, we've been introduced to a lot of their photojournalists, and some of the stories that they tell exactly are
They're
art.
incredible. Yes.
So let's talk about the event itself. What are we talking? We're Saturday and Sunday. Let's talk times, places, dates, and everything like that.
Well, the show opens from 9 to 4, Saturday and Sunday, May 9th and 10th. And let's see, what else? The kids area, I think, is from 10 to 3 that the kids can come out and do crafts. And there'll be food trucks to come, have something to eat on Mother's Day. Make sure you come and shop for your mother. Find her a nice gift.
One of the things that I think is cool about it, it's a prestigious event, but one of the things that you mentioned, Mother's Day, talk about that chance of creating, a tradition, because you see a lot of mothers and their children, both young and older. Talk about creating a family tradition with an event like this, if you would.
Well, I personally have been coming to Mayfair since I was a little girl with my mother. So, and now I have children of my own, obviously, that I have integrated into Mayfair, and they help us, with volunteerism. But they've even enjoyed collecting artwork over the years. So I think it's a generational thing that everybody can enjoy together. And we even have this year, for our 5th year actually, a place called Kids Collect, and that's a kids-only tent where a lot of our artists, we've asked the artists to donate pieces from their collection, small pieces that would interest children, and so the children can go in this tent and pick out a piece of art for themselves without the influence of their parents telling them, no, you can't have that. And so that will inspire them to look with their own eyes, see what they really enjoy, and learn how to become an art collector too. So all the artwork is for a nominal fee, like $5, $10, $15, and the proceeds from that go back to the museum, and it helps sponsor a child or children for the summer art camp. So it's a fun event.
It takes a lot of community partners to put on an event of this magnitude. Talk a little bit about those community partners and who's helping make sure that this show goes on every year.
So we have our returning sponsors of Citizens Bank and Trust and the Rootman that have been supporters of us. And along with all of our sponsors is the City of Lakeland. We have the City of Lakeland Parks and Recreation Department, who could not do anything without. We also partner with the Lake Police Department and the Lake Fire Department, and all of us come together and integrate and organize, put together everything so it's seamless tradition of moving forward.
I think the load in is my favorite because we used to do the show down there in the live truck, and to see what's happening all around the lake starting Friday morning at 9 o'clock, because we're down there setting up for the show in and of itself, and to watch the controlled chaos because everybody's coming in. Talk a little bit about what it takes to bring these 150 artists and strategically place them around the lake itself.
Well, it's a lot. It's a lot. So we start planning back in January how many artists that we can allow. Leslie and I know where every tree on the lake is, every pole, everything.
I would imagine you guys know the swans after 11 years.
We do. And so we have to map out, where every artist is going to go. We start, hiring the food trucks probably in February. And so it's all a matter of space, really. And it requires just a lot of planning and forethought and placing some of the artists. We like to curate where all of our artists are, and sometimes it's like placing people at a wedding because somebody needs shade and somebody doesn't want to sit by some, So it's a little complicated sometimes, but it's a lot of fun.
There's 22 years of experience between you two, both of you. If you had to tell somebody there's something that they have to check out during the show, what would you recommend?
I would recommend, talking to the artist. I mean, really going in a lot of the booths, and you can learn so much about art and collecting good art that we'll appreciate over the years. We've got an artist there, Alex Lanier, that's been coming for several years. He's been our Best of Show artist for 2 years running now, and he just he's grown so much over the years. He was a Harrison student.
Oh, wow.
And he has grown so much. He just had a exhibition at the museum that just came down 2 weeks ago, I think. So it's really a good way to learn about art, collect art at an affordable price, and some of those artists, become pretty well known. So it's really cool.
And what would you recommend?
I would recommend, if you have younger children, to make sure you take time to visit the children's tent. They have hands-on activities for children of all abilities, and it's usually something you can take home to give mom for a little present. And take time to go to the Kids Collect tent. It's such a great opportunity for these young children to have their own eye for art, and also get to have their own piece of art to take home.
Every year there's the poster art that comes with the event in and of itself. Let's talk a little bit about this year's feature.
Well, we're really excited about this year's artwork. It's a long-standing artist that's been coming to Mayfair for many, many years. And this year she has vibrant, it's an oil on canvas, and it features 3 ducks. One is holding a paintbrush in his mouth, so it's pretty cute. So a lot of times the swans get all the attention, but this year we wanted to give some attention to the ducks on the lake. So, because as a child, I always called it the Duck Lake.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So, but Kate Carney is her name, and she is from Orlando, and she's very lovely. So I'm hoping everybody checks out the artwork this year.
We got about 30 seconds left. Inspire those that want to come out to make sure that they join you for this year's event, if you would, please.
Well, we hope everybody comes out and joins us at the 54th Annual Mayfair by the Lake, May 9th and 10th from 9 to 4. Bring some sunscreen, a hat, and some water, and some tennis shoes, and check out all of the artwork in the kids zone and the food and the museum especially.
Ladies, it is a pleasure seeing you again, and anytime that we can help you promote anything, please come back and see me, would you please?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Join the Ashley Gibson Barnett Museum of Art as they present Mayfair by the Lake Saturday and Sunday, May 9th and 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the shores of Lake Morton in Lakeland. Presented on Mother's Day weekend, each year Mayfair features more than 150 artist booths and is one of the oldest art festivals in Central Florida. Mayfair has been ranked among the Sunshine Artist magazine's 200 best art shows for 10 years in a row. For more information, you can check them out on the web at mayfairbythelake.org or give them a call, 863-686-7743. If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.